Ever since taking office, President Moon Jae-in has been trying to improve people's livelihoods, revitalize the economy, and boost inter-Korean relations. And he has made some progress in those areas, but experts say more needs to be done. Our Hee-jun tells us more.
A people-centered economy. The Moon Jae-in administration's economic vision has been credited with improving labor productivity and quality of life through the reduction of working hours and a minimum wage hike. But recent data show unsatisfactory trends in areas including exports and real GDP. During a policy conference Tuesday to evaluate the Moon government's first 2 years in office, experts raised concerns over such negative economic figures. And the solution they proposed was innovative growth.
Income-led growth is a short-term solution that affects the country's potential growth rate. To achieve long-term economic development, the government needs to focus on continuing policies related to technology development and innovative growth.
At the center of such policy should be small and mid-sized companies, the backbone of employment and new growth engines. Such advice is in line with President Moon's current economic direction. But not enough is being done, and the government has a long way to go in supporting the business environment of such companies, especially concerning their competitiveness.
Starting a company and developing it into a large company is considered the heart of innovative growth. But small and mid-sized companies' productivity only amounts to 30% of that of large companies. Smart factories can be the most effective solution to that.
And although South Korea is leading in the data industry and with the 5G network, it's falling behind in other areas, mainly artificial intelligence. While the U.S. has more than 1,000 AI companies and Japan over 100, South Korea has just about 40. Experts emphasize the need for drastic measures that can increase the country's competitiveness in fields related to the Fourth Industrial Revolution, which is to be the main source of economic growth from here on. Hee-jun, Arirang News.